Welcome to the Writers Weekly podcast, a forum geared toward the writing enthusiast and those who want to make money from their writing. I'm Brian Whidden, managing editor of Writers Weekly, and I'll be your host along with Angela Hoy, the creator of Writers Weekly and president and CEO of BookLocker.com, a full-service book publishing company. Whether you want to learn how to become a professional writer, how to find writing gigs, or even publish your own book, then you come to the right place. We'll be discussing all kinds of topics relating to the writing and publishing industries. Don't forget, you can also click over to WritersWeekly.com. There, you'll find not only thousands of articles about professional writing, you can also find current paying markets and job listings to help you boost your writing career and even your bottom line. But for now, let's get on to this episode of the Writers Weekly podcast. Hello again, and welcome to another episode of the Writers Weekly podcast. I am Brian Whidden, your host, and along with me is, once again, Angie Hoy, CEO and president of BookLocker.com.
And the creator of WritersWeekly.com.
And the creator of WritersWeekly.com. And my wife.
Home office this week. So we got an email from an author, and we hear this all the time. Allie works for BookLocker. In fact, when I croak, she's taking over the business someday. And her name is just Allie, A-L-I. People who've never met her before think she's Ali. So, one of our authors wrote in, "Thanks, Ali. Please a bit of info. Are you a man with an Arab name or a woman with a short and familiar name, or is it none of my business?"
I'll tell you this. At least he asked.
It's
Most
true.
people just assume.
Yeah.
They just assume they're talking to some, Muslim guy.
Right. And a funny story is her first day of kindergarten, her kindergarten teacher met her and went, "Oh, I thought we were going to have a little Muslim boy in our class this year." That was in Texas a long time ago. Anyway, she politely answered him. She's a red-headed, freckle-faced American girl.
She should have been named A-L-L-I-E
or A-L-L-Y or yeah.
or something.
Oh, well.
Not A-L-I.
It's not even short for anything.
But it is what it is.
That's
and
true.
She is who she is.
Yeah,
so
she's very nice.
Well, so today's episode is on how to find legitimate and prolific book reviewers and convince them to review your book. As many of you know, we are dead set against paying for reviews. So we decided, hey, let's do an episode on how you can get your book reviewed without having to pay for it.
And we're going to talk about why you should never pay for reviews. It could be a death sentence for your book.
Now, book reviews on Amazon really do sell books. If somebody clicks on your book and there are no reviews, people might hesitate to buy it unless they know you and or have read the excerpt and definitely know that they want to buy the book.
Yeah.
There are many services online that can let you upload your book to them and then let people download your book for review. Our concern about those types of services is security. Basically, literally anybody can sign up with those sites and download free books while never posting any reviews. So, good.
Another thing to consider is your publisher might have a clause in their contract saying you cannot put your ebook up for free anywhere because it competes with all their sales and Amazon sales. And
that just opens you up to somebody else taking your book and turning around and publishing it somewhere else.
True.
To scam out your royalties.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So we recommend a DIY approach, do it yourself, which is what we're going to teach you how to do today.
Yeah. So a lot of people wonder, how do you get legitimate book reviews on Amazon without breaking the rules? And there are a lot of rules that Amazon has. Today, we're going to teach you how to find prolific book reviewers who review books in your genre. It's pretty easy to find them, very easy to find them. We're also going to teach you how to find the contact information for those book reviewers, also very easy to do. And we're going to teach you how to approach those reviewers in ways that will give you a far better chance of receiving a response, because a lot of these reviewers are in high demand, and they don't charge to review books. And we're also going to teach you the correct way to ask your current and past readers to leave reviews. Yeah, and we have a quote from our #1 best-selling author, Gary Sturgis, that we'll be sharing with you today. He is been very successful at getting people to post reviews of his books on Amazon, people that new readers and people that bought his books years ago. Mm-hmm. He knows how to do it.
Okay, so let's talk about the different types of Amazon reviews.
Yeah.
An Amazon verified review, that's the first one we're going to talk about. Verified review. It's posted by somebody who purchased your book from Amazon. Now, anybody can post a review on Amazon but in order to post a verified review, the customer also must have spent at least $50 at Amazon in the previous 12 months. Now, an unverified review is somebody who posts a review for your book who did not buy it from Amazon. Amazon gives more weight to verified reviews, of course.
Yeah,
Unverified unverified reviews don't help or enhance your book's positioning or placement in Amazon, and that makes sense. It could be that they bought your book somewhere else, or it could be that they never bought your book.
Right.
So, Amazon's covering its own butt there.
Right.
If you're using Kindle Unlimited, and you want to run through what Kindle Unlimited is once again?
Yeah. Amazon customers pay an annual fee to be able to download any ebook in the Kindle Unlimited program. If an author puts their book in that program, they have to leave it in there for a certain amount of time, and they have to take down all the other ebook listings for their books everywhere. We personally don't think it's worth it. However, a lot of authors do that. If the reviewer is a Kindle Unlimited member, it's basically the same thing as having an unverified review.
So it still won't affect the placement of your book. It doesn't help your book any to get reviews from somebody using Kindle Unlimited.
Right.
Basically, that's the one where they pay you, the author, based on the number of pages people read.
Right.
So nobody actually pays for your book. You're not getting a royalty because somebody paid $3.99 for your ebook.
Right.
They get your ebook basically free of charge. I mean, they paid a subscription, and then you get paid by how many pages they actually read in your book, and not a really great.
We don't recommend it.
That's just one more way Amazon gets people to pay regularly into a subscription plan.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Okay. I think so. So only verified reviews actually affect Amazon algorithms.
Right. That's why you want the people who bought your book from Amazon to leave reviews. And again, we're going to teach you how to get them to do that today.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Amazon book algorithms?
Well, this is from Google because they consolidated everything. Amazon's book algorithms, collectively known as discovery and recommendation, rely on sales velocity, conversion rates, and organic engagement rather than just keyword relevance. It's a lot to swallow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Customer reviews play a vital role in these algorithms by boosting buyer trust and driving page conversion. So, how Amazon's book algorithms work? Amazon's ranking system boosts books that show consistent daily sales rather than books that have large sales over a short period of time. Now, one example of this is the old Amazon bestseller program. Mm-hmm. There were companies, you could pay them, hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's a huge scam. And I called out one of the scammers online who was selling this. I'll put a link to that under this episode at writersweekly.com/podcast. Boy, that guy came after me. But so basically you pay this company and they process, either get people to buy your book within a certain period of time, like within an hour on a certain date, and then your book shoots up to number one on Amazon. And then an hour later, drops back down. Yeah. But those authors can say, Amazon.com bestseller.
Bestseller.
Yeah. What a scam. Yeah. That's fraud. If someone buys your book along with another author's book, Amazon's algorithms can insert the, quote, already bought loop, meaning they may feature both books together for future readers. So that's good. Amazon's algorithms reward authors who are directing people from their website or social media links directly to a specific product page on Amazon. That's why it's so important to provide people with your Amazon.com link on your website, in your social media posts, or in your social media post, link to your website, and there people can find the Amazon link. So when people click on that Amazon link that you've provided through a different website, Amazon likes that. Yeah. So, again, it's always a good idea to give your readers a direct link to that book on Amazon.
Okay, so reviews don't affect a book's sales rank, but they can directly affect the number of people who actually buy your book.
And that's because if you have reviews for your book, people are much more likely to buy it versus if you have 0 or 1 or 2.
Yeah. If you got a bunch of people saying this is a great book, then more people will want to buy that.
Right,
Amazon's algorithms also favor detailed reviews that mention the theme, the plot, and other specific things. Those are used by Amazon search engines for people looking for specific types of books. So prolific book reviewers understand how this works and they know what kind of terms to use in their reviews.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, kind of scary that the computers can actually just, scan through all these reviews and they're actually able to pluck out certain phrases, and know that you did a detailed book review and didn't just say, "Yeah, this is a really great book and I would read it again and it was really wonderful," and and just a bunch of BS.
Right.
Let's see. Amazon's algorithms also consider reviews as a sign of trust for potential buyers. So they call that social proof.
And that's true. Especially those detailed ones. Now, Amazon has very strict review policies. This is the most important rule to follow. If you don't listen to anything else in this episode, listen to this. Never ask your friends and family to review your books on Amazon. Amazon, they can remove those reviews, and they will. Or they can terminate your account, especially authors using Amazon KDP. You should never use Amazon KDP. Our last episode was about that. They are terminating thousands of authors a year and keeping 2 months of their unpaid royalties. And one of the reasons they do that, we list 16 of those reasons in episode 43, but one of them is having friends and family, even coworkers and neighbors and friends, posting reviews for your book on your book page on Amazon. If they suspect any personal ties between you and a reviewer, that's it. Yeah. They even mention shared households, financial ties, and direct family relationships. And, of course, they also mention coworkers.
Yeah, it's getting real spooky that
they're
able to tell that it was your neighbor that did a review or a family member that did a review. And it's just, how are they digging that information up?
They know everything.
Okay, so how does Amazon know everybody that you know?
Oh, that's easy. So here's one example. If you've ever purchased anything for your Aunt Bertha, and then Aunt Bertha leaves a review for your book, Amazon knows you're connected. She's in your address book on the site. Even if you removed her from your address book, she used to be on there. They still know Aunt Bertha, okay? They'll remove that review, and they could shut down your account. Again, Amazon KDP does that. When authors use booklocker.com to publish their book, even if they do that, they're not going to they're just going to remove the reviews. They're not going to terminate BookLocker's account because BookLocker is a business customer and has thousands and thousands of books on their platform. So,
well, and they know, like, if somebody puts a review like that up, they know it's not us doing that.
Right.
It's the author doing that. And so they don't punish us for it.
Right. Yeah. So if Aunt Bertha buys your book, even if she's a verified purchaser, they'll still remove it. And Amazon KDP can still ban you from their platform.
Okay, so how does Amazon know who your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers are? Well, you think about that. Amazon Cloud, officially known as Amazon Web Services, AWS, is the world's most comprehensive cloud platform. And as we mentioned, I believe it was in our last episode, when you think, they love to use this word, the cloud. Understand that the cloud is not actually a cloud. It is a server farm. It's a big bunch of computers, all saving your information.
All of your information.
Yeah. So trust us, Amazon knows far more about you and everybody you know and your connections than you want them to. But that's not all, and this is kind of scary. Their algorithm tracks IP addresses, billing information, social media links, all of this to flag and remove suspicious and biased reviews.
Yeah, they know everything. And believe me, it's not just the Amazon.com information they're pulling from that database. They're pulling, they're pulling it from the cloud too, from all those servers they have.
Well, and nowadays, whenever you log onto something, they're able to, they not only can use your IP address, but I mean, more and more and more location information is simply transmitted again, through the internet.
Yeah.
And of course, they can know who your immediate neighbors are by their logins. And everyone's using Amazon, so they can track everything. Yeah.
And they know who your coworkers are too. Because chances are their cloud has information from your business in it from wherever you work.
Well, and think about this. You ever used your cell phone to log on to Amazon? Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't you take that cell phone everywhere you go?
Yeah.
Those cell phones have location services on them. Mm-hmm. And don't think Amazon can't tell where you've been, because that cell phone saves all that information as you travel. And so if you keep going to the same place from 9 to 5 every day, and so do 20 or 30 other people, their algorithm knows that that's where you work.
Yep, their algorithm has connected you.
Yeah, and they can connect all those other people that work there. So, right. I mean, it's there is no more privacy.
So you need to make sure that the people that are reviewing your book are, first of all, strangers from the beginning until you start communicating with them, or people that bought your book that, they don't work with you in your office, they don't live in your home.
Yeah.
But they're legitimate book buyers. Okay, so here's what you've been waiting for. You might want to grab your keyboard or a pencil for this. And in the future, we probably are going to post this as an article on Writers Weekly, because there are a few steps to follow and it might be easier to read. But this is how if you want to start today, getting reviews for your book today, here we go. Here's how to find the reviewers. You're going to need to get a Goodreads.com account for this. Goodreads.com. Many of you probably already have an account there.
Now, are those free?
Yes.
Okay.
Goodreads is free.
That's a free account.
Yeah. You also want to open up a spreadsheet on your computer. Like all good marketers, you're going to be tracking who you've contacted and how, and if they've responded, etc. Now, go to Amazon.com and search for best-selling books in your genre. For example, don't even need quotes for this. Best-selling romance novels 2026. So if you want to follow along with us, if you're on your computer right now, so search on Amazon, best-selling romance novels 2026. And this is what's number one today. It can be different tomorrow, probably. Look at the first book. We're clicking along with you here. The top-selling romance novel right now is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Carly's book has 91,000 book reviews.
Wow.
Go, girl.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a lot of reviews.
Yeah. Page down a few times on that Amazon book page. Click on the book, of course. Page down a few times. Look for product details. In a column on your spreadsheet, copy and paste the 13-digit ISBN along with the book's title and the author's name. So you're going to have different horizontal cells as you're going through here. Now, go to Goodreads.com and copy and paste that 13-digit ISBN into the search box. Voila! On Goodreads has different reviews from Amazon. Even though Amazon owns Goodreads, there are 96,000 reviews for her book on Goodreads.
So 5,000 more than are on actual Amazon.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. So those are the ones that. Well, I don't want to assume anything. Okay, so there's 5,000 more on Goodreads than there are on Amazon.
Right. Click on the 5-star reviews link at the top. It's going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click on the 5-star box, and then it'll show you all the 5-star reviews first, further down on the page. You want to approach reviewers that give 5 stars.
You don't want to go to reviewers that's giving 1 and 2 stars?
No.
Okay.
Well, this is a international best-selling book.
Yeah, okay. I get it now.
If somebody gave them a 1 star, well,
what are they going to give you? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Exactly.
So, the first reviewer to pop up on Goodreads.com is Mariana Moore. She and you click on her name and you can see her profile. She's posted 533 reviews on Goodreads.
Boy, she got a lot of time on her hands.
I know, right? Some of these folks are putting these links on their own websites, and then if you click and go buy the book on Amazon, they're getting paid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they can get seller compensation for that. Okay, so where was I? She has 87,000 followers on Goodreads. Now think about that. If people see... she posts something. She posts her review on Goodreads. Yeah. And her 87,000 followers are notified about that, and they go click. So this is definitely
think
something.
Think about your book showing up suddenly in front of 87,000 people.
Right.
With a 4 or 5 star review.
Right. Yeah. And remember, this is a woman. If you're a romance novelist, this is a woman who reviews romance novels. So you really want to key in on the genre.
On what? Yeah, the subject of your book.
Yeah, you don't want to contact a guy who reviews business books about your romance novel.
Yeah.
And because the people that are following him on Goodreads, they're not going to be interested in a romance novel. And neither is he. It'd be a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
So always look for reviewers who are specialized in your genre. Okay, so you click on her name to go to the Goodreads profile. Next to her name on that page is a website link. Now, for this one in particular, it goes to her YouTube page. So, of course, we click on that. On her YouTube profile, which pops up right there, her website's listed. So, marianaspantry.org/Mariana Reads. Now, that tells you she's a professional book reviewer.
Yeah.
Right. Add that website to your spreadsheet. When you go to her website, at the top, there's a little envelope icon. Click on that, and up pops her email address.
Okay.
Yeah. Comes right up on the screen. Add that to your spreadsheet as well.
Okay. So on your spreadsheet, under the column with the book title, Every Summer After, you want to start a new row that includes different cells for the reviewer's name, their Goodreads profile link, their email address, and their website address. So if you find their Facebook or Instagram links, include those in the cells as well.
Yeah.
So let's find another one under the same best-selling book on Goodreads.
Good luck pronouncing this.
Wow. Matitales?
Maditales.
I'm going to assume that might be Spanish. Matitales. This person has reviewed 624 books. And she has 37,000 followers on Goodreads.
Incredible.
And when we click on her name on that books page on Goodreads, it takes us to her profile. So next to her name is the direct link to her website. And we clicked on that, and there's also an envelope icon on her website, which we clicked and shows her email address. And we add that to our spreadsheet as well.
Yeah, so we've got that book title and the book's information, the book's link on Amazon in one row on our spreadsheet, and then we're adding new rows for each reviewer we find that we're going to approach later.
Yeah, basically what you're doing is you're listing your potential leads.
Right.
These are the people you're going to be reaching out to.
Yeah. After you've added several reviewers under that first book, that first best-selling book on your spreadsheet, you can look up other bestsellers in your genre as well on Amazon. Then add a new row for that new book, and then underneath all the reviewers that reviewed it that you want to send a pitch to later. Easy peasy. So after you collected perhaps 20 or 30 reviewers, you're going to want to add more over time.
Yeah.
Okay, but the reason that you're including these in a spreadsheet is because you're going to be tracking who responds to you, who doesn't respond to you. You don't want to contact the same reviewer twice with the same email.
Yeah,
you want to be very professional and very organized. Now, there are two ways to pitch these reviewers. Non-blind pitching versus blind pitching. This reminds me of something funny. Writers Weekly, we put freelance job listings every week.
Yeah.
And if it's a employment agency that runs the ad, we put blind ad underneath the like freelance writer for whatever, blind ad in the link to the job listing, right? And one time I put blind ad underneath it, and it was for a blind magazine. Somebody called me out on that and said that was so rude. I'm like, is this the first time you've read Writers Weekly? Anyway, okay. Back to non-blind pitching. This is really important. Before you start sending out mass emails asking for reviews, do what every other author is not doing. Show the reviewer some love. Gary Sturgis talks about this in the article we're going to run alongside this tomorrow on Writers Weekly, and also we quote him in the episode later on. You're going to want to cozy up to them before you send them a pitch letter. This is going to greatly increase your chances of getting a response. Click on their website in your spreadsheet, then click on their social media links. They all have their social media links on there. Start following them and post thoughtful comments under their posts. Really thoughtful comments. Don't say, hey, great post. Be detailed. Yeah. Since you nor I have, all day long, I recommend following them on Facebook and Instagram only. Because those are the top 2 social media platforms in the world. So you only need 2. You don't want to look like a stalker,
Yeah.
And again, it's going to take time to do this, but, it's going to pay off in the end. Share their best posts with your followers. So not only include comments under their post, share them with your followers. If you do that, keep doing that, trust me, that person's going to see that you're actively engaging them and that you're helping build their business as well. After you've engaged them for a while, and when you do approach them with your first email, let them know you're following them on Facebook or Instagram or both. Mention 1 or 2 of their most recent posts. Make a comment about it. This is Sales 101, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Let them know you shared those with your followers as well. They probably already noticed, unless they've got thousands and thousands of people sharing a post. At the end of your email, include a question for them that will make them want to respond to your email. You're not going to pitch them the book review.
Not right away.
Yet, right, yeah. So hopefully they'll respond to you and it'll start a conversation. Later, after they know you're a real fan, you can send out your pitch letter. Since you're already familiar with him or her, make your pitch about your book more personal by mentioning something else they've recently posted. And tell them you're following them on Goodreads and that you noticed they reviewed a specific book. Talk about the book, quote their review of it. Okay, again, we're creating connections, creating a friendship, right? And then when they respond back to you, that's when you want to ask them if they'd like to review your book as well and include the link where they can download it for free. And we're going to include links under this episode of actual pitch letters that authors have sent to book reviewers.
Yep.
So.
All right, so let's talk about blind pitching.
You need your stick?
Yeah.
With the red thing in the middle?
Blind jokes, yeah.
Sorry.
This is faster, but it has a lower response rate. So if you don't want to follow reviewers online and leave comments under their posts, sharing their posts, then basically you're going to be doing what's called blind pitching. This means the reviewer is going to hear from you out of the blue. He or she may receive emails like yours all day long, so you can expect a lower response rate.
Yeah, the ones that are really in high demand, they're getting hit
all day,
every day.
They're getting all kinds of emails.
Right.
The good news, if you're contacting a list of reviewers who all reviewed the same book, you can send them the same email with just the name and some other personal details changed. If you choose to download a template email, be sure not to leave the, your name here, brackets kind of thing.
Don't be like the foreign scammers we've talked about. Yeah, you got to be really careful. Be sure to go over
that very carefully and make sure you're changing things the way they need to be.
Also, you don't want to send out mass general emails, because then you will be labeled a spammer by the large email providers like Gmail and Yahoo. Yeah,
and that's the other thing is if you're sending 10 or 20 of these out at a time, you may also want to make sure you're doing blind carbon copy of all these. Okay. So anyway, you want to pause that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
See, I went off script and that was just stupid. Okay.
That's okay.
For example, you might want to send them a quote from the book review that they wrote.
Yeah. At least they'll know you actually know who they are and that it's a personal email. Yeah, that's important.
So you'll want to create 3 different form letters that you'll be sending to the reviewers in an attempt to get them to review your book. Using 3 will give you the opportunity to see which of these gets results and which ones don't. So you want to use some different wording and stuff like that to weigh them out against each other and see what works. So you don't want to just send the same thing out to 20, 30 different people.
Yeah.
This should go without saying, but don't send all 3 emails to one reviewer. That's that's going to look kind of basically.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, basically, this technique you're going for quantity over quality is what you're doing. You're playing the numbers. You hit enough people up, a certain percentage are going to respond to you, but it's a lower percentage than if you actually took the time to kind of schmooze them up a little bit, and cozy up to them. What were you going to say?
What was I going to say?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Keep going.
All right. So after you address them by name and mention his or her review of the previous book and how much you enjoyed it, you can professionally but kindly ask them if you can send them a private link to a free copy of your book to review. One author who received a 50% response rate, which is unheard of, used an email subject line that was a bit confusing. He said that resulted in the most successful, quote, open rate. Opening rate is how many people will actually click on your email to open it and read it.
Yeah, we use Thunderbird, and when we send an email, we can click on two different options. One, notify when opened, and two, notify when delivered.
Yeah.
Not in that order, of course. So that's what he's talking to about successful open rate. He was tracking how many people were actually opening that email.
Yeah. Versus just immediately deleting them.
Right. No, and who knows how many end up in spam filters.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
Again, this is playing the odds. It's quantity over quality.
Right. Yeah. So he talks about using that an odd subject line, and it was confusing for readers. He said it was natural for people's brains to say, huh, when seeing the subject line and for them to click. However, the subject line also had a couple of technical words related to his nonfiction book, and the reviewers he was contacting had reviewed similar technical books, and
so they would know those technical terms.
That's what made them click.
Kind of a
first
trigger term.
huh? But it's related to something I'm interested in.
Gotcha.
So that was interesting.
Yeah.
And I was going to include that exact example, but it won't apply to romance novelists or pretty much everybody else. It was a really technical book that, well, I wouldn't read it.
Kind of a niche genre.
Really niche. But
gotcha.
again, he got a 50% response rate, which is, I mean, if you get 1%, in sales, generally 1% is considered good. So, yeah. He also started off, that was his first email. He created two more. The second one started with, your opinion counts. Now, having an exclamation point in the subject line of your email is a no-no. That will set off spam filters. But he added, after your opinion counts, he added some of that technical stuff, so people open that. And then his third email, the subject line was, your opinion will make a difference, and then some of the technical stuff. But again, this guy got 50% response rate. What you don't want to do with the subject line is make it so generic that people think it's spam, like, check out my book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, will you review my book? Or even the title of your book. You really need to make it something people want to click on.
Out.
Yeah. Hey, and don't be afraid to ask your fellow authors for their advice.
True.
Send them 5 different subject lines and say which one would you click on first. Yeah. There are many websites that offer advice on how to ask reviewers to review your book, and we will include some of those as well under this episode, writersweekly.com/podcast, episode 44. So you send out the email. Only if the reviewer responds to your pitch email will you want to provide them with a free link to where they can download your book on their website. Now, we're assuming that these are big reviewers and they're trustworthy, but if you just flat out send them the link and they don't know you yet, they might think it might have a virus.
True.
Yeah.
Everybody's now very, very leery about what they're clicking on.
Yeah.
All right. So when a reviewer responds to you, okay, you want to update your spreadsheet. You'll need columns for initial email sent, response received, links sent, a cell in your spreadsheet for any notes or comments that you want to remember later while communicating with each reviewer. Oh,
and trust me, you definitely want to be able to remember later because you're going to be busy with that, and you might forget, and you don't want to say the wrong thing to some. Yeah. Oh, how's your Aunt Mary doing? I don't have an Aunt Mary. Oops, that was the other reviewer. Yeah. Exactly. You need to have your notes straight. Yeah.
Okay, now how can you get reviews from your past readers, right? Not friends or family, just people that actually have read your book.
Yeah.
Well, Gary Sturgis, he's our number one best-selling author right now at booklocker.com.
Yep.
And he's got some excellent advice here. He says the best way to get genuine reviews is to stop thinking about reviews and start thinking about readers. Every review I've received came from focusing on helping people first. Build a relationship with your audience, provide value, answer emails, show up consistently, and write the best book you can. Then don't be afraid to ask. At the end of your book, in your newsletter, or on social media, just remind readers that reviews help other people discover the book. Most readers are happy to leave a review. They just need a little reminder.
Yeah, it's important.
A handful of honest reviews from real readers is worth way more than hundreds of paid or manipulated reviews.
Yeah.
And his best-selling book is called Surviving Grief, 365 Days a Year, and we'll include a link to that and his other titles under this episode at writersweekly.com/podcast, and this is episode 44.
Right. So if your book isn't published yet, this is really important. Include your email address or your website contact form link on near the front of the book, not on the first page of the book. Usually near the bottom of the copyright page, but in bold where people can see it, in the front of your book and at the very end of your book. And you want it to say something like this: if you enjoyed my book, it would mean the world to me if you'd post a review on Amazon.com. And that's a personal thing. It'd be a word to me. It would mean the world to me, not please post a review for my book, And if your book is already on the market and you have not done that in your book, I think it would be worth it to, even if you have to pay some money, to update the interior file for future readers so they see the same thing. Mm-hmm. And on social media, never be shy about asking your fans to post reviews on Amazon as well. In your post, give them direct link to your book on Amazon. We talked about that earlier. So they can easily find it, and then they just have to click on the review button and start working at it. Oh. And at BookLocker, we have a specific option for authors. Your publisher might offer this as well. You can submit reviews to us before and after the book is published. And many authors who come to us to publish their book already have reviews from family and friends. Now, this is different from family and friends clicking on the review button on Amazon. This is a completely different way to go around it. We add those reviews to our author's metadata, and that is information that is fed to Amazon and thousands of other retailers across the globe through an automated feed. What that means is that when people see your book on Amazon and read the description, they'll see the reviews you submitted to us for your book there. Now, it doesn't count with Amazon's algorithms, but if people are reading the description, they're going to see the reviews. Yeah,
it's basically just part of the description that we post onto Amazon. It's not something that's in the review section.
Right. But it has the review and quotes and the person's name or their organization, whoever reviewed it.
Yeah. To Amazon, it's just text.
Right. Yeah. But it's still, people are going to see it. Yeah. And if authors contact us after their book is published, we can go in there. It takes us 5 seconds and add that to their metadata, which goes out with the automated feed as an update. Yeah. So, and we don't charge our authors anything to add that stuff, of course, because it helps sell books. Mm-hmm. So, also, if you've already got those reviews, once your book is on the market, reach out to those people and send their review back to them in case they can't find it, and ask them to go to Amazon and copy and paste it into Amazon's system. Yeah. Once your book is on that website.
Okay, there's 4 things you want to remember when asking for book reviews. So you never ask for a 5-star review. Just ask the reviewer for an honest review. Okay, you'll have a much better chance of getting a response from the reviewer.
Yeah.
And you'll need to set up a private link on your website to give to book reviewers so they can download a free copy of your ebook. So don't give that link to the public. Mm-mm. You're going to be giving away a lot of ebooks. You should also consider putting password protection on that file, and you give only the reviewers that password.
Right, because anybody scraping the internet, if you're not behind some kind of paywall or something, mm-hmm. they might be able to find your book. So if you password protect it, and even if somebody downloads your book, they can't open it.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
But the reviewers can, yeah.
All right, you wanted, we said this again, or said this before, we'll say it again, is you want to choose book reviewers who mostly give 4- and 5-star reviews. And you can see their book review histories online.
Yeah, on Goodreads.com.
You don't want to go for people that are doing 1s and 2s because that may be what you get from it.
That's right. You want the nice reviewers.
You want the good ones, yeah. Okay, never use the word free when you're emailing reviewers. Spam filters will pick that up real quick and throw them right in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to throw free in your subject line. Angie, does the word free in your message mess that up at all, or are we just talking subject lines here?
Subject line, and you never use the word free.
Just don't use the word free.
I will send you
complimentary.
Right. I would just say I'll send you the
send you a
download
copy.
link for my book. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Don't say anything about free or not paying or anything like that.
Right.
Okay. In your spreadsheet, you need to keep track of those who responded to you so you don't make a mistake and send them the first message all over again. So
or mistake them with Aunt Betty.
It's just very important. Anytime you get anytime you correspond, whether it's you just sending something or any response that you get, you want to document that and double check that spreadsheet before you send anything else. Make sure because as you do this more and more, you're going to start forgetting stuff like I do.
Well, also, if that reviewer picks up on the fact that you're contacting multiple reviewers,
that's true too.
They're going to stop responding. You're
fishing.
To you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. If you have more than one book and a reviewer gives you a good review, then send them your other books as well. Ask them to review your book on Amazon.
Yeah. And we're going to repeat this again. Never, ever, ever pay for book reviews. Amazon strictly prohibits promotional or manipulated book reviews. To maintain unbiased feedback, they strictly forbid paid reviews, review swaps. That means if your friend writes a book and you post a review for that friend's book and then they turn around and post a review for your book, you're getting dinged by Amazon on that. So quid pro quo is not allowed. No review swaps. And no reviews, again, from close friends, family, household members, neighbors, coworkers. Basically anybody in your geographic area or somebody you've sent something to.
Yeah.
Oh, Aunt Bertha.
Aunt Bertha.
Getting Bertha and Betty mixed up.
Yeah. Well, you don't want a review from either Aunt Bertha or Aunt Betty.
Right.
Just get strangers to do
Leave the aunts alone.
Yeah.
Accounts engaging in manipulation face content removal or permanent bans. Oh, Amazon knows the companies that are selling and posting book reviews because those companies post the book reviews. They know who it is. Yeah. The book reviewer's not going to tell you, we're going to post it, but they're going to get taken down in about 48 hours because they know who we are. Yeah. They're going to take your money, post the reviews, assuming it's not a scammer that's not going to do anything at all, and they're going to run.
Yep.
Yeah.
They do their research.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In conclusion, if you have a book to publish, come on over to publishing.booklocker.com. That's publishing.booklocker.com. BookLocker has dozens of 5-star reviews on the Better Business Bureau, and we didn't even ask for those.
Right.
Those aren't book reviews, of course. These are reviews of our business from authors.
Yeah.
So we've got a great reputation on BBB.
And we, like you just said, we never ask authors to leave a review unless they first send us a message. Right after the book is published, they'll send a message. They'll approve their print galley, which is the first printed bound copy of their book, and tell us, how beautiful it is. We did a great job with cover design. The interior is perfect. Thanked us for, our excellent customers. So we get those all the time. And we'll tell them, hey, if you're busy, thank you so much. You made our day. And they really do when they send us those. I just get all warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah. And I say, if you're too busy to do this, don't worry about it. But would you mind going to the Better Business Bureau and posting a review?
Let them know how great we are.
Yeah. And, some authors are too busy. Some, will do it a month later, a year later. Some do it within an hour. Mm-hmm. But we give them, just like with what you're going to give the reviewers, we give them a direct link where we want them to go, not to Amazon, but to our page on Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget, under this episode at WritersWeekly.com/podcast, I'm starting to stutter when I say that because I say it so much. We're going to put a link to an article that our best-selling author, Gary Sturgis, wrote about this topic. And we're going to put that up tomorrow along with putting this podcast out tomorrow. Yeah. And he teaches other authors how to get their current and past book readers to post reviews for their books in an organic way. He does not do the Goodreads thing, but he's got 425,000 followers on social media, a lot more than most authors. So
he's got more than me.
Well, and so his he's able to easily get reviews because he has a personal relationship with his readers, and it's about grief, so it's a personal topic, and people leave reviews for his books. But if you don't have 425,000 social media followers, then you're going to want to use one of the other two methods that we explained in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you all have learned something here and can get busy and start working on getting those reviews for your book.
Yeah.
And start selling more copies.
Yeah.
So, Angie, got anything to wrap us up for this?
I remembered what I was going to say earlier. We were talking about the reviewers making money from writing reviews because they put the book on their website, and people, these people with 80,000 followers on Goodreads, they click to go buy the book, and the reviewers are making a cut of each sale of that book.
Is that part of like the affiliate program, something like that? Okay.
They're now called Amazon influencers.
Oh, Amazon.
I dove deep into that program last night, and in order to be an Amazon influencer, you only need to have an account on YouTube or Facebook or a couple other ones, and you can become an Amazon influencer. Yeah. But yeah, they call it something else now. And these people, Amazon says, promote the books, post the book reviews. And if it comes through your specific link, your affiliate link, then these reviewers are making money. That's how they're making money. And that's why the real reviewers don't charge authors to write reviews. Yeah.
Okay. Again, if you got a book to publish, come on over to booklocker.com. We'll be glad to help you. And that's going to wrap it up today for this episode of the Writers Weekly podcast. We'll see you again next time.
See you next week.
Bye.